I wanted to just kind of give you guys a little update. I noticed on our Google Doc to sign up for the series, we didn't have December 16th listed. I wanted to let you know that we do run it next week as well. We will be offering Colorado State University, Hawaii Pacific University, Stony Brook, and Vanguard University. And that link will be sent out on Sunday night, so you can sign up. Also just wanted to let you know, a reminder that Cal State application deadline has been extended to December 15th. And then also I just received word that on the UC application that UC Merced, UC Riverside, and UC Santa Cruz have all been extended to December 15th as well. And then also there's a Miramar College Dreamer Support Service meeting going on December 10th at 12 p.m. For all this information, you can go to the Scripps Ranch High School Foundation website, and on there is where you'll locate the College Corner, which has all the information that I just shared with you and more links to information that can assist you on your college search. And then also to the reminder that we have the virtual college fair. This is the link to it. And if you go over to it, this is what it looks like. And on there, you're going to find our Wednesday college series. Now we have all of them updated through last week, and I'll be adding today's onto there later on this evening. In addition to the Wednesday college series, you can also find 2-minute videos from the college counselors that visit Scripps Ranch High School, which are all also located on there. All right, now we'll go ahead and send it over to Myles from Antioch College. Take it away, Myles.
Thank you. Get the screen share here. Okay. Did that show up?
Yep.
All right, cool. And just switching, sometimes it freezes. Okay, cool. So my name is Myles Corcoran. I'm an admission counselor at Antioch College. Antioch is a small private liberal arts college in Yellow Springs, Ohio. So it's Southwest Ohio. It's about a half hour to Dayton, hour to Cincinnati, hour to Columbus. College was founded in 1850 by abolitionists, began operation in 1853. You may be familiar with the first president. It was Horace Mann. He's regarded as the father of the American public school system. It was at the college's first commencement. He coined the phrase, "Be ashamed to die until you've won some victory for humanity." And that has since been woven into the mission and values of the college. 4 pillars of academics at Antioch are academic intersectionality. That is through our self-design majors. That is the only thing we offer, just self-design majors. But I'll go into more detail about that. Environmental sustainability, discussion-based courses, and experiential education through our co-op program, which we've had for about 100 years. So as a liberal arts college, students can design a major among the arts, humanities, sciences, and social sciences. Typical classroom kind of looks like this. Most of the time, seats are turned inward to facilitate discussion. Looks a little different now, obviously with COVID. We are operating on a hybrid model. So students that did opt to be on campus, the classrooms are very spaced out, things like that. We have partitions dividing up the classroom, things like that. But under normal circumstances, this is what a classroom would look like at Antioch. So among the self-design majors, you can really incorporate generally what you see here. The parameters for self-design majors are course offerings and faculty expertise. So with a self-design major, you can do a disciplinary approach if you wanted to, but generally students take advantage of the interdisciplinary options. So you can blend anthropology with visual arts and things like that. Here are some examples of kind of what you can do with it. Students can do so many different things. Really with the self-design major, it really opened up more opportunities for students to do more with their education, really take ownership of it, and design a unique pathway of study for their own individual interests. Students can incorporate Spanish and French language and culture studies into their major as well. This leads to an opportunities of doing co-ops abroad. So co-op is really like an immersive internship is the shortest way to put it. Most of these experiences are paid. If you're not paid, it's usually like a room and board kind of deal. Students are required to have 3 of these experiences with an optional 4th after they graduate. Each experience lasts an entire quarter, so that's 12 weeks at a time you are living and working somewhere in the world. And students really, they grow immensely after these experiences. So really the premise of Antioch's education is kind of that back and forth. You get to immediately apply what you learn in the classroom right into the real world. And then you have all these interesting new experiences and things like that. And then you bring back these new perspectives into the classroom. So it really creates an environment rich for discussion. These are some examples of things students have done recently. A student did like a film-based co-op between LA and Mexico. Let's see, but it really runs all over the place. Students don't have to co-op directly with their declared major. It's really up to them how they want to go about it. So if you know you want to go to law school, maybe you would do all of your co-ops like in law office settings. But you don't have to do that. You know, you can really even kind of just sample different things, figure out what you like, what you don't like. It's much better than really figuring that out like after you graduate, you know. Let's see what else to mention. Oh, I also should mention that you don't declare your major till halfway through your sophomore year. So by that time you have 2 co-op jobs under your belt. So students have a much more clear sense of the direction they want to take by the time they have to declare their major, instead of just having to do it right off the bat when you're still 17, 18 years old. So as I mentioned, we're small campus. We're a very small campus. We have 115 students, but about 60% of students are from out of state. Students are from all over the place, very diverse student body as well. We have numerous student organizations around different identities and hobbies, and we are extremely community oriented. As you can imagine, being a small campus, everybody knows everybody. It's kind of more akin to like a large family, some people might say. But there's always something going on, live music, art, speakers. I know a lot of the classes take field trips all the time. There's always something going on, whether it's on campus or in town in Yellow Springs. We have farm to table dining at Antioch. So during the growing seasons, about a third of the produce consumed in the dining hall comes right off the farm. It's primarily staffed by students. There's only one staff member that works at the farm. That's the farm manager. So it's a pretty popular campus job, working on the farm or even the kitchens. Everything's made from scratch in the kitchens too. Yellow Springs is a village, about 3,600 people, but it is also like a tourist destination. So it does have a lot going on, despite the fact that it is just a village. It does have a legitimate downtown. People come from all around the surrounding area to Yellow Springs. Let's see what else to mention, but it's a very arts oriented, eclectic community, very scenic around here. There's great hiking right across the street from campus, 1,000 Acre Nature Preserve, and there's other nature preserves just right outside of town. The application is free on Common App. We're also test optional. We have been test optional. This is nothing new with us. We did it well before the pandemic. Let's see what else. We holistically review our applications. So I always tell students, maybe your GPA is not representative of what your abilities really are. Maybe you hit a rough patch. You can explain that in the essay. So we don't have a minimum GPA. Let's see what else to mention. We are committed to meeting 100% of financial need for students. This is based off the FAFSA. Late last year, we rolled out the Antioch College Works program. All Pell Grant eligible students receive full tuition scholarships. Also guarantees launch placement into a job after graduation. The only thing you really have to worry about is board. So a little over $3,000 a year in loans is all these students have to worry about that are Pell eligible at Antioch. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I can drop my email in the chat too.
All right. And so now we are excited to have Corinne here from Marist College.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Again, my name is Corinne Schell. I am Director of West Coast Admission at Marist College. I've actually been associated professionally with Marist now for 35 years. I am a Marist graduate, as is my husband, son, daughter, sister, niece, nephew, and twin nieces. So I'm a little passionate about Marist and all that it has to offer our students. So this is a snapshot of our campus from the Hudson River. I call it the Academic Country Club. It is an absolutely stunning campus with very strong academics, but also a great location and campus for student activities, everything from Division I sports to clubs and organizations. And I do find that a majority of the students from the West Coast, what they love about Marist is that we are close enough to New York City, a major city, about an hour and a half by train, but we're still in a suburban environment with a typical college campus. So the next slide that I have is actually, it's a little video, and it'll give you kind of a rough idea about Marist.
Welcome to Marist College, a liberal arts college bridging the traditions of the past with the tools of the future. Drawing inspiration from the historical, cultural, and artistic heritage of the Hudson River Valley, and supported by a unique partnership with its neighbor, IBM, Marist College holds fast to the timeless values of its rich heritage while embracing advanced technology in the service of education. A century ago, the Marist brothers came to the Hudson River Valley to train young men to continue the brothers' vocation as great educators. The Marist order was founded on the principles of higher human values, dedication to service, and excellence in education. Today, Marist is a private, independent college, but the ideals instilled by the Marist brothers nearly a century ago remain a central part of the college's mission. Student clubs are required to provide community services, and the college continues to emphasize the role of helping others as an integral part of the liberal arts experience. The Marist faculty challenges students to examine the ethical implications of the issues they analyze and encourage them to explore ways in which academic excellence may be enhanced by information and communications technology. Recognized among an elite group of colleges that promote leadership and character development, and with a national reputation for excellence in the use of technology in the classroom, Marist College produces graduates who are ethically aware, culturally connected, and technologically prepared for immediate and long-term success in the rapidly changing environment of the 21st century.
So again, it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea. Our mascot, is the red fox. So here are some of our fox facts. A little over 5,100 undergraduate students. Since we are a liberal arts school, students can come in as an undecided major and make their decision as far as what they would like to study by the end of the second semester, sophomore year. Our maximum class size is 35. And once students get more into their particular field of study, you can have anywhere from 5 up to 35 students in a class. What's great about that is very visual learning for the Marist students, a lot of very constructive conversations taking place, not just necessarily a professor standing in front of the class lecturing at the students. Students, if they want to change their major, that's easy to do, not difficult, and still graduate within 4 years. The college does offer over 45 actually different majors, and our students are coming from 47 different states and 64 different countries. A number that's very, very important to a parent is that 98% of our students upon graduation are employed or in grad school within 6 months. So that's pretty important. Whoops. Here's a listing of our different majors that we offer. Some very popular majors: business administration with concentrations in finance, human resource management, international business, and marketing. Communications, also very, very, very popular. Everything from sports communications. So if you want to see what it's like to run the Yankee organization, or go down to ESPN, get to see what it's like to be in front of the camera or behind the camera. We have advertising, public relations, journalism. We have digital media, graphic design. Our computer science department is very, very strong. 90% of those students have jobs before they enter their senior year. So we do offer everything from game design, cybersecurity, data science and analytics, information systems, information technology. We also have a very strong pre-health program, everything from pre-med, pre-vet, pre-dental. We have partnerships with several hospitals in New York City, Sloan Memorial Kettering, Columbia Presbyterian, and there's 2 hospitals in Poughkeepsie. We have Vassar Hospital, and then there's a hospital right across the street from the campus. The only school that's required to do internships is our social and behavioral sciences. So we offer criminal justice, social work, psychology, and a dual certification in elementary ed and special ed grades 1 through 6. So our criminal justice can do internships down in New York City with the FBI, the Secret Service, the DEA, district attorney, ASPCA, local police, state police. We have students in social work and psychology doing programs with human service organizations, shelters, hospitals, schools. Our social work program is accredited, so students only need to complete 1 year at the master's level in comparison to 2. Our fashion design, fashion merchandising program is phenomenal. One of our alums runs New York City Fashion Week, so our students are actively involved with New York City Fashion Week. And the great thing about our program is you're getting a degree. It's not just taking fashion classes. Internship programs for them, Salvatore Ferragamo, Gucci, Prada, Escada, Kate Spade, Michael Kors, studying at our campus in Florence, Italy, also in Paris, in London. Great, great programs. And then here's some of our classrooms. Bottom middle is our fashion emporium, primarily for students in fashion merchandising. They can learn about forecasting, fashion forecasting, budget projections, and sales. Bottom left is a student in our finance center. Our students are trading on Wall Street Monday through Friday with real money. Networking programs are great. A lot of our alum work down in the financial district, in the fashion industry, in the communications environment. So our students attend these networking programs by our alum and not only help with securing internships, but also employment upon graduation. Upper left is our anatomy lab, otherwise known as a cadaver lab. As I mentioned, we have several partnerships with hospitals. We also have a master's level physician's assistant program. So we do work with the undergrads to help them hopefully be accepted into the program. And then bottom right is our cybersecurity center, which is a very hot computer science major right now. And then internships, more than 83% of our students do internships at some point in their college career. They can do anything from 0 credits up through 9 credits. Traditional one tends to be 6 credits. My daughter was communications, public relations, and advertising, did 3 6-credit internships, graduated, and in 2 months had a job in advertising. And she also took advantage of the master's level integrative marketing communications major, which you can do in 5 years through Marist. So again, I am a strong, firm believer in internships. Really makes the difference between employment and finding employment. And then here's some of our popular ones. Our DC program, we have a partnership with American University, internships at the White House, Congress, media outlets down in DC. You would do 3 days of your internship, 2 days in class. Marist in Manhattan for juniors and seniors. You would live in college housing down in New York, and you're doing your internship. So you get to experience what it's like to live and work in New York. And then the last one is a highly competitive, very selective, small program, the Hansard Scholars Program for economic majors. And Marist has been very fortunate to every year have at least 2 to 3 students in the program. They are matched up with members of the British Parliament, and they take classes at the London School of Economics. And then keeping with abroad, more than half of our students will study abroad at some point during their 4 years to well over 70 different destinations around the world. We offer semester programs, full year programs, short-term programs, and then we have 2 first-year programs. The first one is in Dublin, Ireland, at the Dublin Business College. And then the bottom one is at our campus in Florence, Italy. Each campus has usually between 30 and 40 students choose to study over there, and then they return to the New York campus as sophomores. We do talk a lot about the Florence campus because it is a Marist campus. We are the only college university in Florence that offers a full 4-year degree. Art restoration, conservation, interior design are 2 majors offered over there that are not offered in the New York campus. Italian, fashion design, fashion merchandising, studio art, art history. Florence is the art mecca of the world, so it makes sense. And then fully furnished apartments and dorms. Classes are taught in English. There's a cooking class, and they arrange schedules so that students have a majority of Fridays off, which enable them to travel. So we're getting into the winter months, and what will students want to do now? Go snowboarding in Switzerland. October, Germany, Oktoberfest. So students do most certainly travel. We are a Division I school for sports, 23 varsity, 12 women, 11 men. We also have 16 club sports, everything from equestrian, ice hockey, cheerleading, men's volleyball, and then we have a very strong intramurals program. So about 70% of our students will participate in some type of athletic activity. And as you can see, we do row crew, those 2 young ladies with the crew boat. And then over 80 clubs and organizations, everything from campus ministry to our theater program. All of our majors has clubs. And then college activities does a lot of programs for our students, both off campus and on campus. Everything from ski trips to mountain biking, hiking. They'll go down and see the Yankees play. They'll go to Six Flags Great Adventure. They do pumpkin picking, apple picking, haunted hay rides. So there's a lot of things that they do off campus, but there's a lot of things that they do on. And then residential life, the picture on the left is our newest housing facilities. Those are suite style for upper class students, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. 4 students in a suite, 4 bedrooms. You all have your own room, living room, dining area, and a full kitchen. And many of them have an unobstructed view of the Hudson River. Our other upper class housing, some of which were featured on Good Morning America, are either single bedroom townhouses where you live with 5 to 7 of your friends, or you have a roommate but still living with 5 to 7 of your friends. I did put this 96% first year students reside on campus. Marist is a residential campus. The other 4% are your traditional students that live at home. And then we do offer summer pre-college programs, so students get to experience what it's like to be a college student living on campus. Unfortunately, this past summer, everything was online, but they normally are not just sitting in class for 2 weeks, they're doing field trips and they're earning 3 college credits. So the theater will go down to New York, they'll go to Broadway, they'll get to see what it's like to be on stage and behind the stage. Again, sports communication, they'll go down to Yankee Stadium, they'll see what it's like to run the Yankee organization, they'll head over to MLB, and then of course they'll head over to ESPN. Here's some of our deadlines. This year we did move the times or the dates. December 1st was for ED and early action, and then March 1st is for early decision 2 and regular decision. We do participate with Common App, we have our Marist app, we do the coalition, and then the picture in the background is of our student center, which houses our dining hall with a Harry Potter style theme and a sushi bar. Our Barnes & Noble's bookstore, the music department, the theater, admissions is there, health services, student affairs, college activities, so a lot of things going on there. And then the picture is from our library overlooking the Hudson and of course the student center. And then for admissions or for financial aid, part of my background is financial aid, so I do work very closely with students really interested in attending Marist to help make it as affordable as possible. We only require the FAFSA, and we do offer merit-based scholarships, and there's no form a student needs to complete for that. It is all students accepted are considered. If they're eligible, it's part of their acceptance letter. We do offer several special program scholarships, choral, instrumental, theater, debate. We are part of Army ROTC. West Point is about an hour south across the river from us, so it makes sense that we have that. This is our football field, men's and women's soccer, lacrosse, intramurals do play here. And then you can see in the background, our Hudson River, absolutely stunning. some of the things. Oh, yep, that's it. Test optional.
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Alex Somrak, and I'm the regional recruiter for the University of Alabama. I'm based in Orange County, Southern California, and I cover 5 different counties in Southern California, so San Diego is one of them. I am an alum of the University of Alabama. I graduated in 2011 and moved out here shortly after. So I'm your main point of contact if you have any questions about admissions or scholarships. The University of Alabama is a large public university located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We have about 38,000 students currently in attendance, so very different from Antioch, who we just heard from. And from those 38,000 students, we have about 100 students who come from California total.
Yes.
Between 100 and 130 students from Orange County and San Diego attend the University of Alabama each year. A little bit about our incoming freshman class for this past year for 2020. The average GPA was a 3.83. Again, this is an average. It's not the minimum requirement. We have about 6,500 incoming freshmen that started on campus, and we did start semi-normal. They started in hybrid classes, so they would attend classes a couple days a week, but they were still on campus. And we had 221 National Merit Scholars who enrolled with us in the fall of 2020. We have over 500, and we're ranked number 2 in the nation for enrollment for National Merit Scholars. For our academic programs, we have over 70 undergraduate degrees. When you look at majors, minors, and concentrations, there's over 200 options to choose from. So there's a lot to choose from at the University of Alabama. They're divided into 9 different colleges, academic colleges on campus. Our most popular are generally College of Engineering, College of Business, College of Nursing, and College of Education. But we are ranked number 1 for public relations, and that's in the College of Communication and Information Sciences, which is the college that I graduated from specifically at Alabama. We do have an honors program that I'll touch on in the next slide, but 7 different themes throughout our honors college. And then we do have undergraduate research opportunities for students as early as their freshman year. So if you're interested in research, you do not have to wait until junior or senior year to get started or get involved. It's something that you can apply for and do once you step foot on campus. In terms of our honors college, we have 2 different routes you can go to be admitted. You can't access this honors college application until you've been accepted to Alabama. But once you are accepted, if you have a test score, you can submit your test score and we'll have your transcript on file and complete the application, and you'll be reviewed for admission to our honors college. If you do not have test scores, no problem. There's an additional essay and letter of recommendation requirement. But other than that, pretty much the same. There's tons of great benefits. One of my favorites is the smaller class size that we offer. It's more discussion-based, less lecture-based. So you'll really build a good rapport with your professors. You get priority class registration, and I believe they're still doing football seating where you get a special section. This year's a little bit different, but hopefully we'll return to normal next year. A little bit about the town of Tuscaloosa. We are a vibrant college town. There's about 125,000 people that live in Tuscaloosa, and downtown Tuscaloosa is about 5 minutes from campus. It's a straight shot down University Boulevard. And there's tons of cute Instagrammable spots, coffee shops and restaurants, live music venues. So it's a cute little town. There's a lot to do. On campus, there's over 600 clubs and organizations that you can participate in. They range from academic to social organizations, from political to religious organizations, to intramural and club sports. So you can really find just about anything on campus. And if you can't find it, you're welcome to create it, and we'll help you with that. One of our largest organizations on campus is Greek Life. So fraternities and sororities, the students who participate in them make up about a third of our student population. And we do have the largest Greek system in the nation with over 73 social Greek letter organizations that's split between fraternities and sororities. So that's a great way to get involved too. In terms of our undergraduate application, we usually open up our application in early July. This year it opened up on July 15th. In terms of what's required, for this year, we are test optional. We aren't usually test optional. And we do require your official high school transcript. We don't require any essays or letters of recommendation. So it's pretty simple, straightforward app. And for all students who apply before January 15th and are admitted, you'll be able to complete the scholarship application for full scholarship consideration. So that's something to be mindful of if you're a current senior and you would like to apply and help lower the cost of out-of-state tuition. We do have our own application hosted on our website. It's at the bottom of the screen, gobama.ua.edu/apply. We are not on the Common App or Coalition as of this year. That could change next year. So could our requirements for admission. So if you are, freshman, sophomore, junior, and you're listening to this for fall 2021, we could be test optional, now, but maybe not for fall 2022. So definitely reach out and let me know if you have any questions about that. Same goes for scholarships. What we are offering students in the fall 2021 semester or academic year might be a little bit different for fall 2022 and beyond. But for this year, merit scholarships are automatic and they're based on test score and GPA. And if you don't have a test score, don't worry. So we have two different kinds of scholarships at Alabama this year. We have these automatic merit scholarships, and then we have the competitive academic scholarships, and those don't require a test score. I'll touch on those in just a minute, but just to briefly run through these are, again, automatic. Once you submit your official high school transcript and your test scores, you'll be reviewed for admission, and then you'll be reviewed for these merit scholarships, and you'll automatically receive the yearly value listed here. And this is every year for 4 years. So this is what you'll get every year for 4 years to attend the University of Alabama. For our competitive academic scholarships, these are the ones that do not require your test score. They focus on a core or academic GPA. And what we do is when we get your official high school transcript, we'll calculate your core GPA based on our course requirements. And then it's also based on the scholarship application that you must fill out in order to be considered for these scholarships. So you do have to complete that scholarship before January or by January 15th in order to be considered. And then we have staggered release dates for these scholarships. So we're hoping to get these back to you before March. That way you can make an informed decision on where you want to attend college or university. And cost of attendance, I always point this one out because it's very, it's critical to know how much it costs to go to an out-of-state school. Our direct cost for out-of-state attendance, which includes your tuition, room and board, is $44,000, almost $45,000. When you rope in books, transportation to get to and from campus on breaks, and other miscellaneous fees like your Starbucks trips, it's about $52,000 a year roughly. So it's really, really important that you are applying to the University of Alabama before that January 15th scholarship deadline. Out-of-state tuition is not cheap. Cost of attendance is not cheap for out-of-state students. So it's helpful to make sure that you're not leaving any money on the table. Get your scholarship application in, apply for FAFSA, and make sure that you are getting all the financial aid that you're eligible for prior to making your decision. And that is it for me. I'll type my contact information in the chat box. And I guess we'll go ahead and open it up for Q&A.
Sorry. All right. Thank you, everyone, or thank you, Alex. That was a great presentation. If anybody has any questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat box. Myles, I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit more exactly as to where your campus is located. What's the closest airport? How do you get there?
Yeah, so closest to Dayton, and the airport is in Dayton as well. It's a very small international airport. It's really nice to get through. You can show up like an hour before your flight and get on. It's pretty cool. So yeah, half hour to Dayton, half hour to the airport, and yeah, hour to Cincinnati, hour to Columbus. So close to major cities. Columbus is the largest city in the state too.
Okay, fantastic. And then do you have any merit scholarships on your campus?
Yeah, we have need and merit-based aid. So all students are eligible for merit-based aid when they apply. I'm trying to think of what the highest is. It's about, I think, I believe it's either 15 or 20. Let me see if I can, I'll send you that extra information on that. But yeah, we have need and merit-based aid available.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, my next question is for Alex. Alex, can you tell us a little bit about internship opportunities at University of Alabama?
Absolutely. So we have a ton of internship opportunities. We're ranked number 1 in the SEC for internship placement, and we're top 10 nationwide among public universities for internship placement. So there's a ton of opportunities. It depends on the academic college that you're in, specifically the major that you're studying at Alabama, but there are plenty. So our college and career center, our career center, they will work with you to help place you with an internship or connect you. We have the LinkedIn, I would say the LinkedIn website that's for college students called Handshake. And that will show you all of the internship opportunities available to you. And then we have 2 separate career fairs every year where you can go and meet these employers in person, and it's huge. They've had to move it several times because it just keeps growing and growing.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I don't see any questions in the chat. I think we've come to the end of our presentation here. I thank everyone for being here. And we'll look forward to hopefully seeing you next week. All right. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Myles. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.